Alright, sounds good, JD. Hello, everybody! I am FFRPro21. This is Tetris Attack for the Super Nintendo. Joining me on commentary is Foxy Man and Lunar Chimera. How are you guys doing?
Hey, what's up? Foxy here. Doing pretty good on a Sunday morning.
Yep, and I'm Lunar. Yeah, same.
Alright, good to hear. So we're doing the stage clear mode for this game. We'll explain stage clear, how everything works. We'll also talk about some new developments that have been made in this mode. So we'll get to talk about that. So it's gonna be exciting. But hopefully all you guys are ready. So I'm ready to get started.
It's good if you guys do contact.
Alright, well, let's get started here. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, we see here, just to remind everyone, this is the stage clear mode. So if you've played Panel to Pawn, Pokemon Puzzle League, any of these types of games, you may be somewhat familiar with the different modes, but probably the one that most people are familiar with is the versus mode. In the versus mode, you're playing against a computer or another person and trying to send them garbage, whereas in this stage clear mode, the name of the game is just clearing as many panels on the screen as quick as possible. So we've already seen FFRPro get through stage 1. You can see there's a clear line down at the bottom there, and that's just kind of showing how low you have to clear all the panels that are above that, and once you get all the panels below that, then you pass the stage, and you're just trying to do that as quick as possible. And as you can see, FFRPro moving his cursor at ridiculous speeds. He is one of the best in this category for sure.
Completely agree.
It almost feels weird to say that FFR has a best category since he's just so good at so many different aspects of this game. But if there's one that he's most known for, it's definitely the stage clear mode.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, my first ever speedrun was actually the stage clear mode in Pokemon Puzzle League. So it's kind of fitting that that's like my, first taste into speedrunning.
Yeah, and maybe just a quick recap over how this game works in general. So this is a match 3 puzzle game, which means if you put 3 or more blocks in a row, they will disappear, and then the way the game's physics engine works means the panels above it will fall down like gravity. And if you're able to get more than 3 panels to clear in a row, that's what's called a combo. And then if gravity kind of falls and makes another clear after one you already made, that's what's called a chain. In this category in particular, combos, chains aren't too important. Usually they're good for getting score or sending garbage, but here it's just about kind of getting as many panels down and cleared as quick as possible.
Yeah, typically in this one, I aim to get a lot more combos because chains take too long.
Yeah, for sure, and especially there's a specific technique called a skill chain or action chain, which is where, and you'll probably see FFR do it some, but not too much in this mode, but that's where as something's blocked, as something is clearing, as some of the panels are clearing, you can actually swap a panel in place as one is falling to do a chain. But that's actually not very useful in this mode because you actually have to wait for gravity to kind of let the blocks fall, which will slow you down when your main priority is just clearing panels. but occasionally I'm sure FFR Pro will do that while he sets something else up, just as a, like right there you saw it. So he was kind of doing other things at the same time, but had on the side seen that as an option.
Yeah, this is definitely the game mode that is don't stop moving, because if you stop, you're probably doing something wrong.
Can't stop, don't stop.
Yeah, I haven't played this mode too much. I've only done, I think, 2 full runs. But what I've noticed the most is that this mode is all about kind of having your board vision just everywhere at all times. And so it's really fun, but also a very exhausting run to do, just because there are no breaks, no downtime or anything. You just have to be focused on the entire board the whole time.
Speaking of breaks or downtime, have a chance to read out a donation?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so for our first donation of the day, it goes to who said, had no idea for his disc, yet another reason I had Kingdom. Let's go! If you want to, in the amount of $10, and if you want to continue on in that donations, click ! Donate in the chat, and definitely remember to go ahead and put towards one of our goals today, one of which is a fursuit runner, fursuit run cam for later today. Just has $75 for the run. Let's see those donations come in.
Yeah, one thing you'll see FFR Pro doing is he'll usually raise the screen up pretty high at the start, and that's just to have more panels on the screen, which gives more options for things to clear. And it's kind of annoying because even just raising the stack itself, because you can't make clears at the same time, you kind of have to plan when you're going to raise the stack and try to do so where you raise it all at once and then clear as much, and then once you need to raise again, you again raise all at once. Again, just finding any way to kind of minimize the time you're doing anything other than making clears. Yeah, FFR is just moving along here. So we're on stage 3. There are 6 stages in total, and there are two mini bosses there's a mini boss and then there's a final boss. We'll discuss the mini boss, which comes after stage 3. And actually, FFR Pro, I have a feeling, will be so quick that we may not even get to see the mini boss, but we'll describe that when we get there.
Yeah, I think FFR was saying he's going to try to do the new strats here for the mini boss, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, even games that are, I guess this was from 1996, the Tetris Attack version, the original paneled upon version, which in fact stage clear in that game is the exact same mechanics and everything. That's from 1995. So even a game from that long ago just had a recent development, which actually led to a world record run, not by FFR, but by another runner, just last week, I think.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so shoutouts to Yoshi. He is just incredibly fast and really good at this game. Like his cursor speed is way faster than mine. Wish I could have his cursor speed.
I think everybody does. Nice lag chain there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so lag chain is whenever you set up 2 falling chains kind of at the same time. And so it's really good in this mode because it just gives another way for 2 clears to be happening simultaneously that you don't have to worry about while you can continue looking for other things to happen.
Alright, and so this is the last area in stage 3, and then we have that mini boss.
Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to soft reset here. And then we just got to make it back into the game. And oh my goodness, no mini boss, what happens?
So yeah, that may not have been clear, but essentially there's supposed to be a kind of middle stage in between, and it's actually a stage where you're supposed to kind of do damage to, I think it's Bowser.
It is Bowser.
To Bowser, and we'll see another version of this at the end of the run, but normally in a run, we don't even finish Bowser, and in fact, for the mini boss, you don't need to finish it in order to continue on. And it was just figured out recently that you don't even need to enter the fight at all. So what the strategy used to be was you'd go in, you just raise the top die, and then continue on. And then recently people figured out, I think Yoshi figured out that you don't even need to go in at all. If you just do the soft reset at the right time, you can skip it completely, which saves about 5 to 10 seconds? FFR probably knows.
About 8 seconds.
Okay, 8 seconds.
Yeah, 8 seconds real time and the 1 in-game time second you would save. You can also do it with a hard reset, that also works. The only thing is, with hard resetting is that it removes your in-game time. So it'll reset to 0 when you enter 4-1. But it'll still work the same way, and you still get to keep your score.
Yeah, another thing I'll point out briefly, so as the stages progress, there are a few changes that happen over time. The first is that over time, the speed level that you see on the right side will get quicker and quicker, which as far as speed running goes, the faster the speed level, it doesn't really matter, because as you'll see right now, there's this little stop time guy that whenever you're doing anything will stop the speed anyways, but it can be annoying for casual players of if you can't clear blocks faster than the stack is raising based on the speed level, then that is what you're trying to do and not die from the stack getting all the way to the top. So that's the first way it changes throughout the stages. The second way is this extra dark blue color that you see here. So in the earlier stages, we only had, I believe, 5 colors, and now we have 6 colors with the dark blue block. And again, for casual players, this can be a bit jarring, but for advanced players like FFRPro, you almost don't even realize that there's an extra color just because you're so good and so quick at finding matches no matter what the block arrangement is. So and then something I figured out recently after hearing another runner in the scene, I Like Being Smart, pointed this out, is if you look over on the left side at the little character, so like the frog right there, you can see that the frog is blinking its eyes every so often. And it turns out that it blinks its eyes every time FFRPro presses the A button. So anytime FFRPro performs a swap, for whatever reason, the developer put in the game that this frog will blink or the character on the left side will blink its eyes. So,
Right, that
now that you
blew
know,
my mind too. I was like, wait a minute, wait.
I especially love it with Blarg, with his big old eyebrows. But yeah, now that you know about it, you definitely can't unsee it, so you're welcome.
That is incredible. I had never known about that. And I game too. So that's a lot of blinking.
I mean, just shows how fast FFR Pro is with the controller. Yeah, now I'm just staring at Blard blinking.
Right.
So we're just about 14 and a half minutes into the run. FFR Pro's personal best time is about 20 and a half minutes, and the world record time as it stands is 19 minutes and 7 seconds. He seems like he's been doing pretty well. I don't know if he's close to a PB or anything like that, but I don't know. The way I see it, it always feels like ridiculously fast, so I don't even know how to judge like a fast time versus a slow time in this mode.
I'm not sure what pace is for this one to be able to judge it.
Like, for a little bit of context, I'd say I'm like one of the quicker players in this game, and my time in this mode is around 24 minutes, whereas FFR being just on another level, his time is like 20 and a half minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to back that up, my time's, yeah, somewhere around 25, I think, so. Because I have one that I didn't upload yet, so it doesn't match on speedrun.
Okay.
So FFR, if you don't mind me bothering you a bit, I guess what's going through your head as you're trying to do these game modes?
Basically just trying to figure out like what is the best way to go about clearing the board efficiently. Best way I found is if you try to clear sort of from like top left down to bottom right, that seems like the best way to go about it, where you can just make clears and you don't have to like, and your own clears don't get in the way, so you can just keep clearing without having to make a clear, wait for the blocks to clear, so you can keep clearing. Because you can't really wait around in a speedrun like this, you just gotta clear those blocks.
And we are at stage 6, so this will be the final stage before the final Bowser fight, which will be the only Bowser fight we end up seeing. But we will actually see that one. There's no like way to skip the final fight. But at the same time, the final fight is a little bit underwhelming in this mode, at least compared to Versus mode, where Bowser is just a madman with even faster cursor speed than FFR Pro. In this one, it's just send a 5 chain and you're done.
Yeah, I'm also trying to keep my stack a little bit lower than normal, because the raft stage is actually the laggiest stage in the game. So I'm trying.
You say the laggiest?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize there's lag. I thought most of the time lag was caused by garbage clearing.
Yeah, for whatever reason on this background, when you do a whole bunch of stuff at once, it just lags a lot.
Maybe that's why I've never noticed. I've never done that many things all at once.
Yeah. On the opposite side of the spectrum, the Froggy stage for this is actually the least laggiest one in the game.
Two more.
Yeah, 2 more for the final boss.
And if all of you are enjoying yourselves and about how to participate, this admin will be going over some chats later on. But in general, Team Fastest Spurs is a group of speedrunners dedicated to building a strong community that is welcoming and to all. We currently have 2 online charity speedrun marathons. You're watching one of them, one in the spring and one in the fall, and on events all throughout the year. So for more information, join us on our Discord by using the command !Discord in the chat.
So yeah, this is the final regular stage before we get to Bowser. So it seems FFRPro is maybe a little bit behind his PB pace, but still possibly even a sub 21 minute or around 20-minute time it's going to look like, which is super good.
I'll probably get about 21 or so, right around there. Not too bad. Yeah, this will be a low 21, hopefully. So yeah, here's Bowser.
And like Foxy said earlier, all we take to finish this one is a 5-2. I say that like it's that easy, but compared to the rest of this, it's
Uh-oh. Oh, that was just a 4-chain.
4-chain with a bunch of combos. Very nice.
And that is the run. As soon as Bowser's health depletes, the run is over. But yeah, super strong run by FFRPro. Congrats. Great showing for this amazing game. Gotta love that Tetris attack.
GG's. And the support in the chat. Excellent. So this was an amazing display here. FFRPro, any shoutouts that you'd like to share with the group that's watching today?
Yes, I would actually like to shout out to the puzzle general community, where we do a bunch of things with puzzle games. Right now, we are actually doing a Tetris Attack speedrunning tournament that's been going on for the last few months. Just yesterday, we just concluded the losers finals match between Foxy Man and I.
Ugh, not bitter at all.
Oh no.
Yes, I won't spoil what happens. But if you want to head over to twitch.tv/puzzlegeneral, you can actually watch last night's VOD of the match if you want to find out what happens. And yeah, there's only one match left for the speedrun tournament, which is grand finals, which will probably be sometime maybe next weekend.
Wow. Excellent. And Foxy Lunar, any shout outs for yourselves as well? Thank you so much for the awesome commentating.
Yeah, if you like this game, there are a bunch of different ways to play it. We saw stage clear. We have a pretty good speedrunning scene for the 1P versus mode. There's also player versus player modes. But yeah, there's so many people interested in Tetris Attack, Panel to Pawn, all the different versions of this game. So if you're interested, please join our communities, and we're happy to have you.
Yeah, I would agree with Foxy. Feel free to ask anybody who plays. They can direct you to the right Discords for what you want to do. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for an amazing Tetris attack to be able to kick off this Sunday here for the Fastest First Spring Spectacular. It was awesome seeing everyone here, and we are getting ready for another amazing speedrun coming up, where we will be playing Colin McRae 2005 by the BG13. We do still have a bid war that's out there, and if you want to play in that right now, Super Room Present is winning with $25 put towards it. But if you want to go ahead and type that, all it takes is a pretty hefty donation there on any other options there. Click !donate in the chat and go ahead and make a donation, and we will be getting ready for that particular speed shortly.